The recounting and tabulation of ballots ended as of Monday, June 8, 2020, after 34 days. The next step in the process include submission of reports to the Commission by the observer teams and Chief Elections Officer on or before June 13, 2020, a review of those reports by the Commission, and finally, declaration of the results. While the tabulation exercise was still underway, this newscast observed container trucks transporting ballot boxes from the Artichon Conference Center to Gecom headquarters in Georgetown under police escort early Monday morning. The nation now awaits an official declaration of results from the elections body, but this can only be made after the Commission has received and deliberated on the observation reports submitted. The current administration, the APNU-AFC, has leveled allegations of fraud emanating from the national recount in light of missing statutory documents from some 41 ballot boxes along the lower east coast of Demerara in Region 4. These documents include oaths of identity as well as official lists of electors. Among the massive electoral fraud allegedly uncovered by the coalition are also instances where the names of deceased persons and those outside of the geographical jurisdiction were ticked off on official list of electors as having cast their ballots on Elections Day. President Granger alluded to this.
Everyone is aware of the numerous reports of irregularities, including unstamped ballots, deceased and migrant voters, and missing poll books. Those irregularities appear to have been committed intentionally, not accidentally, and demonstrate a pattern of manipulation of the electoral process.
In a statement over the weekend, the coalition made it clear that the Ghana Elections Commission cannot use illegal and fraudulent votes to produce a valid and acceptable result, as fraud cannot produce credibility. According to the coalition, not only were the March 2nd elections tainted, but evidence has been presented to verify with certainty that electoral fraud was committed in an effort to subvert the will of the Guyanese people. The perpetrators have committed a willful, egregious, and heinous act against democratic values of Guyana, the party contended. APNU-AFC is adamant that there is no option but for Gecom to reject all ballots in all 10 districts that cannot be validated. When asked by this newscast on Monday whether an investigation into these allegations of fraud could affect the declaration of results, PPP executive Anil Nandlal posited.
Mr. Harman is yet to establish, with all the allegations he has made, is yet to connect a single one with a ballot in the ballot box. They had to go to the High Court. You hear the boast how they win as the Pereira case? Well, they had to go to the High Court by an election petition after the elections and prove all those things.
However, even as the process moved towards a declaration, the coalition is not budging from its position that electoral fraud was committed. As such, a credible declaration cannot be arrived at without reconciling the discrepancies. Appearing on an APNU-AFC Facebook program, coalition candidate and executive member Joe Harman said, "The process is still incomplete and persons declaring victory now would only be pamphleting themselves." He said the APNU-AFC will not accept results with tabulated votes that cannot be validated.
And to the extent to which these irregularities are brought out, we will pursue these matters to the end.
The national recount of votes was triggered by President David Granger following protests from the other parties over the declared Region 4 results. Ghana went to the polls on the 2nd of March and is awaiting final results more than 3 months later. Reporting for HGP Nightly News, I'm Wendell Badrie.